Welcome friends to Literature Mantra. I'm Harsh Singh and in this video we will discuss the quotations of Aristotle. Now किसी भी comparative exam के point of view से या answer writing के point of view से भी it's always a good idea to have in your mind and at the back of your head some important quotes. And Aristotle has given some wonderful quotations which you can use while you write answers in English literature or general studies or anywhere, any kind of essay writing. It will always be useful. और आगे बढ़ने से पहले let me remind you that if you are preparing for MA English entrance for next year, means 2023, you can join our guidance program, and the December batch has just started on the 7th of December, and this guidance program has been designed keeping in mind CUET-PG syllabus and the level of Delhi University and JNU. And along with that, you will also get 10 full mock tests for free, and all you have to do is just WhatsApp us on this number, call or WhatsApp us on this number. Link is given in the description below. Now the first quotation of Aristotle. The coward calls the brave man rash. The rash man calls him a coward. And this quotation is on courage. Courage, bravery, उस चीज के ऊपर है ये. Because sometimes the bravery of one man can appear to be rashness. Now this quotation is on education. The roots of education are bitter, but the fruit is sweet. ये quotation तो आपने भी बहुत बार सुना होगा, so there is nothing new in this. But this is a very important quotation. When you have to write an essay on education or when you have to teach children, आप ये हमेशा बोल सकते हो. Now this quotation is on equality. And Aristotle says that it is not the possessions but the desires of mankind which require to be equaled. Then let's move on to the next one. One swallow does not make a spring, nor does one fine day. This quotation is on friendship. What is a friend? A single soul dwelling in two bodies. So when you are talking about friendship, when you are in the circle of friends, you can always use these quotations to impress your friends. Now this is a quotation on hope. Hope is a waking dream. Now hope is always positive. So somewhat I disagree with Aristotle on this because too much of hope can be a kind of dream or daydream, but hope can also act as a form of courage. It is not always a dream, but hope without action can be a waking dream. And look at this quotation. He who is to be a good ruler must have first been ruled. He who is to be a good ruler must first have been ruled. इसका एक ये मतलब हो सकता है that till the time the rulers of any country realize how it is to be ruled, they might not become good rulers. So it is always a good idea to choose that person who has first already been ruled because they know how it is as a common man. And look at this quotation. Some men are just as sure of the truth of their opinions as are others of what they know. Some men are just as sure of the truth of their opinions as are others of what they know. Now this reminds me of the famous concept of अनेकांतवाद. वो जैन धर्म में है ना, अनेकांतवाद, many-sidedness of the truth. So this is what it reminds me of. That सबको लगता है that वो जो सोचते हैं वही सत्य है, लेकिन ऐसा तो हर किसी को लगता है कि जो वो सोचता है वही सत्य है. सो मॉरल ऑफ द स्टोरी इज वी शुडंट रिगार्ड आवरसेल्व्स एज द ओनली एपिटमी ऑफ ट्रूथ. वी शुड वैल्यू द opinions and arguments of other people as well. This is about the nature of man. Man is by nature a political animal. This is something which Aristotle has said very well about human nature. Then look at this. Men regard it as their right to return evil for evil, and if they cannot, feel they have lost their. So this is a kind of advice to people who feel that returning evil for evil is the right thing. But what Aristotle says is that this is not the right way. Returning evil for evil is not the right way, not the good way. So eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth is not the right way. Revolutions are not about trifles, but they spring from trifles. This is very well said by Aristotle. Because of course when there is a revolution, छोटी चीज के बारे में revolutions तो नहीं होते, but छोटी चीज से शुरू जरूर हो जाते हैं revolutions. He who is unable to live in society or who has no need because he is sufficient for himself must be either a beast or a god. Now this quotation is just for those people who feel that they are self-sufficient, they don't need anybody. But here we have Aristotle saying, he who is unable to live in society or who has no need because he is sufficient for himself must be either a beast or a god. या तो आप भगवान हैं तो आपको किसी की जरूरत नहीं है, या तो आप beast हैं. That's why you think that you don't need society, you don't need other people. But as another saying is there, that man is a social being, that we all need somebody. So this quotation is for those people who think that they are self-sufficient. And look at this quotation. This is on youth. Youth is easily deceived because it is quick to hope. कई बार हम लोग उम्मीद कर बैठते हैं कुछ miracles की, कुछ अनहोनी की, and most of the time those miracles never happen. So most of the time we hope too much, more than what we can achieve. That is why we get easily deceived. But an elderly person will not hope in such a way because an elderly person knows the world, life, human experiences. But as Aristotle says, youth is easily deceived because it is quick to hope. So moral of the story is, being hopeful is not bad, but hoping for everything and anything, hoping for all miracles in the world, that is not good because you will get deceived.